Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Thank you for being so patient. I had a lot of hiccups this month, so I'm working hard to catch up. I'm usually not that far behind. So I'll never be dial a psychic. I'll never be, you can pick up the phone and get a reading. It doesn't work that way in my world. So I'd like to explain real quick because I don't think I've done a reading for you before. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I try to describe the picture the best that I can. Boy, I just lost my speech. I'm blonde. Anyway, this is not exact science. Boy, I am totally blanking out. That's so weird because I say this 100 times a week. Anyway, they won't give me all the details. Details are none of my business. But it's not exact science, so sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. He'll give me just enough so you should understand what he's talking about. It's his show. He can do or say whatever he wants. I can't force him. So we're going to talk to your brother today, and he's already over here. Tell her I love her. Tell her I love her. Tell her I love her, kind of in a deeper voice. He says you got to let go of it. You got to let go of it. It won't change anything. He's doing some kind of sign. I don't know that. It wasn't that one. It's not a peace sign. It's a something. I don't know. I can't quite. Some kind of a sign. He says the word gang. Now, probably ought to explain. When I first started doing these readings, they used to show me exactly how they died. I used to feel it, see it, and then cry. So we have cut that part out, and I've asked them, unless I absolutely have to for a reason, please don't make me go through that experience anymore. So we'll see where he goes with this and if he's going to take me there or not. Because when we might be going there. It's dark. There's a bunch of people around. There's more than one vehicle. There's a bunch of yelling and cussing. Came from outside the car. Hang on. Somebody's telling him you shouldn't have done what you did. Somebody's reaching into the car. He's shown he's in the back seat. Now, I don't know if this is when he left here, or this could be he's trying to validate himself, and this could be another experience you know about. I'm not sure at this point. It's just there's a bunch of chaos going on. A whole bunch of chaos going on. right at the moment. There's weapons. It's really ugly. And I don't think we're going to go beyond this point, probably because I've asked him not to see it. And I see his name. I know what your name is. I'm just trying to let him go with it. It's his show. It didn't hurt. I don't want to have a bunch of dead airspace. He says one and done. I'm not sure what he means by that. So I ask him, will there be justice? He says yes, but not in the way that you think it will be. I feel like there won't be justice in a court of law. There will be karmic justice. There will be somebody will get justice for him, but it won't be in a court of law. It'll be street justice. Okay. So he wants me to explain from what they've taught me is before we come here, we decide our exit point. It can be when you're 1 day old. It can be when you're 100 years old. Whatever that timeline is, it can waver just a little bit. I don't think we decide how we're going to leave. Maybe they haven't shown me that, but we will leave in that time frame. And depending on what's going on with the people around us, it can move the timeline just a little bit, but you're going to leave in that time. When they say your number's up, it's kind of true. So it was time for him to go. He says, what are you going to learn from this? Not to do what I have done. There's a song like that, isn't there? Thinking there's a song. I'm not hearing the melody though. Don't do what I've done. I made my choices. They're not for you. That's not your path to walk. So he had asked me to pull a card before I started the reading. So these are my release cards. And the one that came up is surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. He wants you to let go of the resentment. Let go of the resentment of what happened. Let go of the resentment that somebody took him. Let go. Now he's just saying, let go, let go, let go. It's going to poison you. I did what I did, and I paid for it. I made bad choices, but I chose you for my sister, and that was a good choice. What did you learn by having me as a brother? What did you learn by my experiences? See, we look at things so different once we get up there, and what they've shown me is when we leave, I call it peeling us like an onion. They pull off all those resentments and anger and negative, heavy, those heavy negative things that attach to us down here. And they peel that off of us and they cleanse our spirit and our soul. So it makes us, and we don't have this heavy body anymore. This is just our vehicle for our spirit and soul to walk around in down here. So that cleanses our soul, makes us lighter and brighter and full of love, and our vibration goes way up. And so he's looking at it from a whole different perspective now. He said it doesn't matter who it was, they'll get theirs, but he's not saying it in a mean, catty way. It's the way things work. He came down here to learn the lessons he needed to learn, and he did. Say it again. Did or didn't? He did learn. And that's all he needed from this life, was to learn that. He's not saying which lesson it was, though. And it's probably none of my business. There's a certain song that comes on the radio, probably when you're driving down the road, and you kind of wonder if it's from him. They make me itch. When they get real close, their energy makes me itch. Sorry, I look like I have bugs. So know when that song comes on the radio. He's not singing it to me, so I'm guessing it's probably a song that I probably wouldn't recognize anyway. I'm sure he probably listened to different music than I do, but usually I still know, or they'll associate something. Know when that song comes on the radio and you think it might be a message from him, look around you immediately at that moment. Do you see a vehicle driving the other way just like his, or sitting at a stop sign just like his, or somebody walking down the sidewalk that looks like him, or you could see his name on a bumper sticker, billboard. Even the radio could have name or in the artist or the song or something that will validate that that song is from him. Well, he liked music, so okay. He says he wants you to play first song on the radio. When you want messages from him, say like way ahead of time. Okay, when I leave my house and I start my vehicle, the first song that comes on the radio is to be a message from you. When I get off work, give him plenty of time, because it doesn't usually happen that way. You kind of got to say it ahead of time. And you'll feel like when I get off work, first song on the radio, be a message from you. And say it like when you go to work. Yeah, he's going to like that. And sometimes it's not so much the song as it is, it could be the name of the artist or the title of the song. Something to do with that. Like 808 means something to me, and I got in my truck one night and I looked at the clock and it said 808, and the exact verse that was playing was "Keep on believing even if it breaks your heart," which fit perfect with what I was doing at the time. So I think you'll be able to talk to him a lot that way. I do first song on the jukebox too. First song I hear on the jukebox. Let it be a message from mine. Okay, I didn't pay any attention in that picture. Did he wear an earring? He's showing kind of long dangling earring, kind of dangling something like this, not like this, but longer dangling, and it jingled. Something jingled that he wore. You'll hear that jingling. You can hear it in the store, outside, in your vehicle, at home, doesn't matter. Hear that jingling. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. Any signs that he brings you, the songs, whatever, let him know that you know that's him. Let him know that you know he dropped in to say he loves you. Let him know. Give him permission. Ask him. Don't beg. Ask him, please bring me some signs. And then when you get one and you just trust it, what's it going to hurt to trust it? And you'll start getting more. Once you make that connection and he realizes she's getting the signs, she understands they're from me, then you'll get more. They send so many signs that we just don't get. And even I miss a shit ton of them. My first sign was a white butterfly. Went to the cemetery 10 times. I kept saying, where's my damn sign? Every time I went, white butterfly came, circled my head, and left. And took me about the 10th time, and I went, my sign's been in front of me all this time. And I know signs. So now I'm going to have a white butterfly tattooed on my ankle. So know that he loves you very much. He's trying to make that hand sign again. I don't think it's this one. I don't even know what this one means. I'm old. It's not that one, but it's some certain sign. I'm sure you know. He just keeps moving his hand too much. I can't quite catch it. He's there's no anger in him. There's no resentment. There's no, I need to get revenge. There's none of that. None of that feeling in him. It's all about, I've already forgiven them. They're going to get their karmic justice. I know that. I trust that. I'm good with that. I'm good with what happened. It did not hurt. I'm asking him something. He says that you needed to know that he was okay when he left. Okay. So when he left, I wanted to say this is a grandpa. Very tall, very slim. At least that's the way he's showing him. Very, kind of like a beanpole man. And I always tell people the little lady next door can feel more like your grandmother than your real blood grandmother clear across the country. So I don't know that I feel like this is a blood grandfather, but maybe somebody that he had that feeling for or from that was there waiting for him. And he was good to go when he saw him. And he's not showing any more of that, just that that he walked towards him. Okay, so he says, let go of this resentments. He's got this. He's got this. He says you need to concentrate on your life and let the resentment go. Try to forgive them, he says. Not for their sake, for yours. Try to forgive them. The anger will eat you up. This is one of the lessons you need to learn in this life. It came from him. We look at things different once we get there. With that, he's going to leave. As he's leaving, he says, once you get these signs going, you'll feel better. You'll kind of understand that he's still there with you. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you, he can see you. Talk to him all you want to. And as he's walking away, he says, let it go. But that's something you have to deal with. He's good with it. He's put it at rest, at peace. There's no more anger in him. There's no more, I want to kick your ass in him. There's no more hate, maybe. I don't know. Hate might be a little too strong. He's very relaxed, very positive, very, what's the word I want to use? Very in control, very positive, very, that's not the word I want to use. I've got this shit kind of thing. That's still not the word I want to use, darn it. Sorry. I see the word authority. He's very much in charge of what's going on now. And he's very strong in a good way. Anyway, much love to you, my dear. He's walking away. Thank you again for being so patient. Sorry for the holdups. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.